So let's get into our first segment on the show and my favorite segment on today's show, Tea Time. Tea Time is my favorite segment on the show because we delve into the hot, steamy gossip of the sports world. And this week, we are jumping back to that Baltimore-Tennessee game because some things went down in the pregame in case you guys missed it. So basically, let's start from the beginning here. Apparently, there's this really big rivalry between Tennessee and Baltimore for some reason. Not entirely sure why, because they're not even in the same division. But before the game on Sunday, the Titans had like a gathering at midfield, and it looked like more like a meeting at first, but then the Titans were kind of standing on the logo. Looks like they were being a little disrespectful. And Coach John Harbaugh of the Baltimore Ravens was having none of it. So John Harbaugh comes out, looks like he's just going to say something to these guys, and him and Malcolm Butler basically go nose to nose. Looks like they're going to start fighting. People are trying to de-escalate the situation. Nobody knows what was said. Nothing has been reported of the fact of what they were talking about. But obviously John Harbaugh was heated about the fact that they were standing on their logo at midfield. So they were not going at it in terms of fighting, but they were definitely having a quote-unquote verbal altercation before kickoff. So it was a little spicy, little heats going on between these teams. The Ravens were also apparently barking at the Baltimore Ravens sidelines. Not entirely sure what that means, but they were... Why you're barking at I don't know. Men are weird. Grown men, like I've said, since literally the first episode of this show. My first episode ever of The Girl Who Talks Sports is labeled Grown Men Are Petty. And I will stand by this until the day that I die. So, grown men are petty. The Tennessee Titans are barking at the Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh and Malcolm Butler get into this heated exchange. And then, of course, Mike Vrabel, coach of the Tennessee Titans, comes out, and him and Harbaugh look to be having a conversation. And it's a bit animated. So the thing is, though, that nobody has said whether or not Vrabel and Harbaugh are fighting with one another, or if they're having a discussion in terms of de-escalating or diffusing this situation. I saw somebody label it as a spirited chat. So they were going back and forth again. And there was also rumors that they didn't shake hands after the game. But I distinctly remember Vrabel and Harbaugh going up to one another after the game was over and the Titans had won over the Ravens and do a bit of an exchange. So I don't think that is true. But oh my God, the tea is hot. I don't know why the Titans thought that it was a good idea to kind of come out here and disrespect the Ravens, which, I mean, we know that, this happens sometimes with these teams. They like to kind of get under each other's skin. But dang, man, the fact that you're barking at the sidelines, what's wrong with you? Oh my God, who raised you? I'm sure that your mothers would be very upset with you. So that is our tea time for this week.